Hello, beautifuls of the feed, Earth Angels. How you doing today? I hope you're all having a beautiful day. If you are like having your day, and if it's the morning and you just woke up just like me, I hope you had a beautiful sleep. I'm going to be doing your general reading today, and then later today I will be live at 8 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time. So see you there. It's been so fun. The live streams are so fun. Just wanted to let you know that I enjoy myself so much. So I'm just going to pull some cards for you, Earth Angels, today and see what the general energy is going, what messages are going to come through for us. We do have the Six of Pentacles here, and the Six of Pentacles is just giving that sense of like giving joyfully. There's this place of like wanting to be, giving, and like it's like a joyful thing. It gives me that sense of like there's a lot of compassion. Giving is definitely the energy that's coming through here, and compassion. Like the two cards, it's very beautiful. Obviously, I feel like there is a lot of people that are in need. I don't think it's like desperate or anything like that. I just feel like some people, there are some energies that are just like really needing to get some help. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's like just being giving joyfully. So I don't know if you know who these people are. It just gives me the sense of like you're going to be more giving. We have the Two of Cups. So yeah, there's definitely this beautiful relationship or connection here, and it gives me the sense of like wanting to equally like have like an equal thing. It's really interesting actually. I feel like this becomes a very healing for you when things are more equal, like it's more like we could talk about it like it's a transaction, but really this is just giving me like giving joyfully can really bring back what you're looking for, because it just seems to be like this energy here that's coming through. The Two of Cups gives me that sense of just like an equal opportunity in some sort of relationship. This is like giving you relationship or friendship. We have the Queen of Wands, so there is a lot of confidence, like fast moving confidence here as well. It's the Witchy Poo vibes card, and there's a sunflower in there, so shining bright like the sun, 222. I've never really noticed that sunflower. Maybe I have before, but I just noticed it today. And I feel like there's a really interesting thing here where there's like the desert on one side, and then there's like a barren land on the other side. But there's just like this confidence, and you're looking out into the barrenness, and you're just like, I'm going to transform this. It's kind of like a metaphor for something. I'm going to transform the barrenness into light and into golden rays. That's kind of what I'm getting coming through. There is this like a little bit of a battle coming through here. So maybe arguments, tension. It gives me the sense of maybe there is something that's coming through here. Or maybe like there's some people that like don't like the fact that you're giving generously or joyfully, or like it gives me the sense of like there is some sort of argument or something that's happening here with the wands. It seems like maybe there's a group of people, maybe there is a group of people that like don't like what they're seeing, or they don't like the idea of you trying to like show people, or it just gives me the sense of like there is some sort of discrepancy in a group of people about you being very confident and giving and loving and compassionate and just like in this place of like healing. So that's interesting. We do have the Seven of Cups, so I feel like this card's giving me desires today. Like there's a lot of desires here, but I feel like there's knowledge. There's like desire for tower moments. Interesting, I'm getting that. There's like a dragon on this card, which is really interesting. I didn't even notice that. And there's a wreath, and there's like abundance of like jewelry on here. So, and there's a person, like relationships, but then there's like that illusion, right? That's like popping out. It's like a little ghost. It's in the middle cup, and I feel like there's a sense of figuring out what the illusion is today. So I feel like you're thinking about all the things that you could have or desire or move forward towards, and I'm getting a sense of like this group of people like almost just don't like the idea of like the fact that you're going to be obtaining or gathering abundance like that you deserve. Like that's what I'm getting from that card. We do have patience, temperance, so things are weaving for you in the background. So with this Five of Wands, I wouldn't focus on it too much because it's all about patience here, and things are weaving in the background. You know, I get Earth Angel from this card because it's like an Earth Angel coming to Earth and really manifesting and like creating space for basically like growth and um, it's really interesting. I get working with the Earth and working with angels and you know, like the universe is straight up weaving this for you because you are like doing it right or something. Like you are putting in the work, the effort. You're not letting the haters bother you. You know, like whatever that card is, the Five of Wands. Like it's just giving me the sense of like a group of people. They're like they don't like this. But like at the end of the day, it's really like not their place to make you feel like that, and it doesn't. I don't think so. We do have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is about it's giving me accomplishment today. Like I feel like being praised for accomplishment, or there is something coming through about public recognition here. There's a lot of people going to be standing with you, or they already do stand with you. I think that's really beautiful. I feel like the horse is sus though. There's something about the horse that you're riding is like the horse that you're riding. It's like a chariot. It's like it's giving me the sense of like it's sus. It's giving me this sus feeling. Like it's looking back at you like what? It's almost like the horse. The horse is a metaphor for something here. It's almost giving me like this horse is like jealous, and I don't know what that represents. I really need to get like another device or something somehow, and so I'm gonna like get, you know, like look things up while I'm doing these. I think that'd be really cool. Like as next step addition to these readings, is if I can figure that out because I think that's just really helpful. But anyway, this grey horse is super sus of you, and you're like riding along the road, and everyone's standing behind you and stuff. But the horse is just like, how did you do this? You know, like how are you doing this? Like you of all people. It's interesting. I've never got that from this card, so I don't know what the actual horse represents. But it's giving me the sense of like maybe it's like judging you, but like not in a bad way. It's just so surprised that this is even happening. So is there a saying it's like straight from the horse's mouth? I don't even know what that means. If anyone wants to let me know what like straight from the horse's mouth means, like what would that be? Is there like a person that's jealous or like envious of you or something, and then they're like gossiping about you? So I don't know. I'm just getting the sense of like this horse wants to like, you know, like gossip about you or something. There is like people or there's energy in your energy that are like praising you or they're like giving you some sort of recognition, but like they're not being truthful or honest. They're like really doing it out of a place of like maybe a little bit of jealousy and maybe they're trying to like mess with your head a little bit. But the horse is very sus of you. And I've never felt that before, but like, yeah, specifically that horse is like looking back at you on the horse and it's just like, what the heck? It's so interesting. But we do have emotional fulfillment for you today. So that we have the Nine of Cups. That's really beautiful. So I feel like even though there is a lot of stuff going on here, like there's an illusion and you know, like there's people like almost like trying to fight you or like attack you or fight amongst each other over you, and susness, there's suspicion or something. And then there's the Page of Wands coming here. So you're basically, while all of this is happening, you're looking at your journey, you're looking at your pathway forward, and you are patting yourself on the back because you know that you're going the right direction. I feel like you're somewhat in this place of maybe like a little bit of a crossroads, but you're like super knowing of what you're gonna do, like where you're gonna go. You're just kind of like waiting for things to unfold. I feel like that's what's happening with this card. And the Wheel of Fortune's really showing a lot of closing of karmic cycles, which is really beautiful. I think there's a lot of change coming. I think you are essentially the Sphinx that's sitting on top of the wheel. Interesting. And you've got the sword. You've got a lot of protection from this card. I kind of love that. You have wisdom, knowledge, protection. You have the smarts, and you also are just like the, you know, the king, the queen. It's giving me that sense of like you are meant to be where you're meant to be, and this is destiny unfolding for you. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this one here is suggesting, this is like, I don't know if this is actually the interpretation of it, but this one's suggesting to me is like to lap up the enjoyment of nature, and just kind of like something that I remember from last night is like sometimes you got to look down and like embrace the beauty of the world, which is really interesting because when I was younger, I used to do that, and I guess I'll talk about it. I used to do that, and my dad used to tell me, "Look up, put your head straight back, and like never look at the ground because that means that you're depressed." So I don't believe in that. I believe that if you're looking down, sometimes you're actually just embracing what is around you because there are literal beauty, literally, like when you look on the ground, like at the end of the day, the carpet pattern on the ground, that's part of the world of like the fractal design and just everything. If you look really close at the walls, I know this is very mundane, but you look really close to the walls, it has like a epic pattern all over it. It's giving me that. But when you go outside, it's the gravel, it's the everything, it's the way everything is placed, and all the grass blades and all the little leaves and all the little bit of bark pieces, and the list goes on and on and on. So it's giving me that sense of like embracing the beauty of the world around you. We do have the High Priestess, which I feel like this one here is about intuition, and it's giving that sense of like being in this really beautiful place. It's almost like you're stepping through portals like every other day. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like you're stepping through portals like every other day, and you're like evolving so quickly here. We do have the Ace of Swords coming out, and the Ace of Swords really just gives that sense of there are people or there are energies that are trying to come for your crown, but you're in this place of stability with the Emperor. You are the Emperor, so they can't take your crown anymore. I feel like you have basically taken back your crown, or if you are in a place of lacking that kind of stuff, and like you're going through a lot, and like maybe if you're still on the journey, I feel like this Emperor it's really just giving me that sense of like you're in this place of you're taking back that crown and you're becoming the Emperor of stability and structure and a very beautiful place. You're also becoming the teacher, and people want to come to listen to you, and whatever way that is, it just gives me that sense of like you have the keys to the universe or something. You have the knowledge, and I feel like it's almost like giving me the sense of like you're winning at all costs. You want to like help with something here. This card's really interesting to me. I'm getting that person in the background is not someone that you're being mean to, or it's not someone that you have caused harm to, in the sense of like how I normally get this card. This is like people. This is like the collective I'm feeling as you're like, maybe you're not going to win at all costs. I feel like you are, though. It's like in a weird way. You're like looking back and you have all these swords, like you're battling and you're basically becoming the Emperor. And I feel like over here, there is still a bunch of the collective that are being held back or held down, and their crowns are not fully restored on their heads. Okay, their royal crowns. And I feel like you're looking back and you're just really doing this like double take and being like, hey, you know what? Like, I see you. And I feel like you start walking towards this a little bit and meeting halfway. So it gives me a beautiful feeling here. If you are new to the channel, obviously, this kind of resonates. If you're new, then let me know if you resonate, and subscribe if you're new to the Soul Family, if you're Earth Angel. And I just want to mention that the first card here, I just noticed, is the Archangels on the top of this deck. That's really interesting. This is divine guidance, protection, and ascension. You're definitely ascending into a place of beauty and just like a whole lot of just epicness. I feel like you're specifically looking for a friend or some kind of way to manifest abundance into your life. And I feel like that's really what it's about here. I feel like you're looking for a pathway of abundance, and it seems like you need something. And it gives that sense of like this first card here. It's really interesting. I feel like there is a person here that's very balanced, that's, joyfully giving, and they do it for a very balanced kind of way, like fair, very fair. It's giving the sense of like holding the scales, and I feel like you're holding the scales, and I feel like each of these energies come in and they kind of like, maybe they put like like $1 here or $1 on the other side, so then it ends up just staying balanced. So it's like when your scale starts tipping to one side, you got to remember that you got to have like an equal playing field when it comes to helping and giving and them receiving and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like this Justice card's really coming through because I feel like the message is super clear, And it just gives me the sense of like things are going to really start happening for you. Things are starting to evolve for you. They're really going to come through, and I feel like there'll be awakenings and spiritual awakenings and experiences that you may not have had before. Or if you're at a certain point in this reading, I feel like this could be for like ultimately anyone that is part of the collective. But I do get that sense of like this could be someone that's like coming into the collective, or they're just starting to awaken. Or it also gives me the sense of like this is about people that have been around for a while too, or maybe you haven't been wanting to talk, or you're being quiet and just kind of in the background. But the thing is that the Five of Swords here sees that, like sees that there are some energies that are like, you know, in the distance. So I kind of love that. I want to draw some of these cards today because I feel like we need to. We have the Moon, and Metatron is coming out today. Hey Metatron, that's epic. We have Intuition, Mystery, and Transformation. That's so trippy. Also, this card, number 11, came out. This was the one that came out, and it was like, it didn't come out, but it was sitting on the top here. And then I shuffled, and then it came out. So, the Moon, Intuition, Mystery, and Transformation. Bathed in the lunar glow, the unseen stirs beneath the surface. The moon is a mirror to the soul, illuminating hidden truths and guiding you through the tides of transformation. Intuition whispers in silence, revealing what logic cannot grasp. Embrace the mystery. The answers lie in the spaces between the shadows and the light. And we have Metatron. Transformation, Wisdom, and Akashic Records. The cosmic keys of the Akashic Records are unlocked, revealing an infinite wisdom of the universe. Metatron, the sacred architect, stands at the threshold, guiding you through the realms of transformation, with each step, ancient truths rise to the surface, igniting the soul's evolution and opening pathways to higher dimensions of understanding. This is a moment of profound change, where the past, present, and future merge into the eternal flow of divine knowledge. Affirmation. I am aligned with the wisdom of the Akashic Records. Through transformation, I awaken to higher truth and divine purpose. And we have 11, which is enlightenment and spiritual awakening. So this is definitely kind of what I'm getting from this reading today. It's interesting. This is like an initiation reading. It's basically, I feel like you're being initiated. You're being called upon to do healing, or even dive into the shadows, or just go to a place where, like it's definitely giving that sense of like things are really taking off of you. You're really coming into this place of like, you know, being a king, and like there is the sense of like two energies here. Obviously, I feel like there's like this energy that's getting public recognition, and then there's this energy of some energies that are like really looking for like the right way to heal for them, and you know, like almost like a family, or just like a place where they can feel comfortable and to come out of their shell and like be their true selves. You know, it's like giving me that. And I feel like there is probably two sides to this. There's probably a lot of people that relate to like being the king, or the, you know, the teacher side, and there's probably a lot of people that relate to being the people that are like looking for some learning. You know, the Hierophant here is really all about that. There is a lot of people that want to learn, and there is a bunch of teachers as well. So we have the spiritual awakening one, and number 11 vibrates with the energy of the higher consciousness, a gateway between the seen and the unseen. It's a signal of the spiritual awakening, a moment when the veil of illusions is lifted and truth is revealed in its purest form. As you step through this portal, your soul ascends, touching the divine and experiencing the boundless light of enlightenment. Affirmation. I embrace the spiritual awakening within. I align with the divine flow of the enlightenment and truth. Ding. I might as well have like a sip of this. I've been really funky lately, and I got this metal straw. Ooh. Oh, that wakes you up. So I'll just tell you what I got. Lemon and ginger, and I got some pomegranate and cranberry juice, like ocean spray. It's like really good cranberry juice. And so I put like this much in the bottom, and then I put the tea bag in and put hot water in. So it's like a hot drink, and it's like the best thing I've ever had. It's so good. Whoa. it's so yum. And it's like not too sweet or anything. Alrighty, let's move on to some quantum cards today. I feel like that seems fitting. Let's see what's going on here. We have the limitless void. The empty space of creation where all potential exists before manifestation. That makes sense. I feel like the sense of like, this may be where things are going to at the moment for a lot of people. You're trying to manifest healing. You're trying to manifest something into your life. maybe you're trying to manifest like a teacher or like a guide, or maybe you're calling on your angels to show you the path or your soul's journey. It's really just giving me that sense of like there is so much limitless potential in this place of manifesting and moving forward. So we do have mission realized, stepping fully into your highest divine purpose. Well, this is really actually kind of coming through. I feel like this is basically saying, I feel like you're coming to a place where you're realizing what your mission is, and I feel like you're essentially looking for your soul family, your correct soul family, and there's a bunch of soul families, right? Like there's a bunch of collectives, and I feel like maybe you're feeling like the one you're currently in is just like maybe it's not really working for you, or it's you're starting to notice something that is like maybe not right, maybe you're on the wrong path, you're on like you're being dated from your path or something. It's really giving that sense, and you're really realizing your mission now, and you're really moving forward and stepping into your divine purpose. We do have Grid Harmonizer, and that is aligning with planetary and galactic ley lines to restore energetic balance. Whoa. I love that. So this one is really interesting. Did you move recently, or it's just giving me that sense of like maybe you have like or like you've been traveling more to like areas that might have ley lines, or going over them, or just high energetic areas. It's just giving me that like you're aligning with these things. 2121 just came up. And it's really interesting. Like I feel like you're doing a lot of energy work. Maybe you don't even realize you're doing that. Some of you probably do realize you're doing that, and I can admit, like I'm doing the same thing. Like I feel like rivers, they're very powerful energy streams, because of the water flowing, and there's like elementals in the forest and in the water, and a bunch of stuff. So it just gives me the sense of like you're really maybe even like wanting to work with some of these things. It's really interesting. I just got a sharp pain in my back right after I said that. Okay, that's okay. It wasn't even a pain. It was like a pinch. It was like right after I said you want to work with elementals. Interesting. Seventh dimensional doorway, a glimpse into the next evolutionary state of consciousness. The seventh dimensional doorway. Okay, we were on the sixth like 3 weeks ago. So the seventh dimensional doorway is really, you're like taking a peep. You're taking a peep through the next stages, and I feel like you're really understanding what's next and what is need to be done. I think it's really significant, and the things that you're going to be able to do are actually going to be pretty insane. I think you're really like a true magician, like a magician in the sense of like the magician card. You're like the ultimate master alchemist. Like you can pretty much create anything you want into existence and it will work, like magic. So in a sense with me, these cards, interestingly enough, this one fell out, so we'll just do that. But these ones here and these cards, like this is what I'm kind of saying is like you can put alchemy into creation and it will work, like it will actually create waves. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this. That card, the Grid Harmonizer one. So like the next, oh no, it was this one actually, the seventh dimensional doorway. Yeah, so it's giving me that like you're taking a glimpse into that next step of evolution for you. The next one actually is the star map, and this one is activating inner coordinates to traverse the cosmos consciously. So this is beautiful actually. I feel like you're obtaining these keys or codes from within and from the light DNA that you have from the star seeds and that kind of vibe, and you're essentially astral traveling somehow, traversing the cosmos, and you're doing it consciously. So it's very interesting. This is kind of something that's happening. It's activating. So you're actually activating this gift and you're coming towards this gift. So maybe you're not doing this yet, but it's giving me the sense of like you are going to be able to travel anywhere you want in the whole entire world. At any point, or just in the whole universe, you're going to have to find out things that other people don't know. And it just gives me that sense of like you have access to something that a bunch of people don't, because maybe like you're putting in a lot more effort than other people, like on this soul's journey of yours. obviously some people like literally can do this already. So it's really giving me a beautiful feeling today, this reading. And we have the hypercubed mind, expanding beyond linear time to perceive all realities at once. So I kind of love that. We're getting some like, Metatron vibes from this card. Not even joking. There's a cube and there's like sacred geometry around it. So I just feel like that very much looks like Metatron. So I feel like you're working with archangels, and that came out before. You're working with the archangels, deities, just whatever you find interesting or drawn to. Like Amazonian divas, angels. There's plant spirits. There's, there's so much different things. Fairies. There's gnomes. There's animal spirits. There's the shadow things. There's so much. So it's giving me that sense of like you're expanding beyond linear time. And you're perceiving all realities at once. So these things, I think, are actually going to help you do that, because a lot of these things have been around for forever as well, and they can give you knowledge and wisdom. But I do believe that you're a very, very special, indeed, special person. We have the Divine Masculine, so that fell out when I picked that up just before. Basically, strength, leadership, and action. A force of creation and will. The Divine Masculine moves with purpose, shaping reality through strength and vision. The energy is not dominance, but a sacred balance of power and wisdom, action and integrity, and it calls you to lead with courage, to forge new paths, and to stand unwavering in your truth. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do some channeling cards. I channeled all these messages myself onto these cards through Archangel Michael. If you wanted to know, we're just going to get a couple of them and we just read them out. So yeah, not much to it. You can get messages also coming through from these cards, but not often. I just like to read them for you, because they're already like a message on there. All right, so we have Surge, a wave of passion fuels your path. Move forward boldly. They're like kind of like affirmations, right? We have Ember. Even the smallest spark holds the potential for a wildfire. We have Zephyr. A gentle breeze carries new insights. Listen to the whispers of spirit. We have Soar. You are meant to rise. Spread your wings and ascend. Earth Angel, spread your wings, my darling. Okay, we have Inferno. A powerful transformation is here. Embrace the fire within. I feel like it's like whatever step you're on in your soul's journey as an Earth Angel, it's definitely happening for everyone. So I know we're all at different points and different spaces in our journeys and all that stuff, but that doesn't matter. We can still come together and learn from each other. I love that about this. That's my favorite thing ever. 2727 I just saw. Interesting. And last one we have is Nexus. You are the meeting point of timelines. Converge your power now. You are the meeting point of timelines. Let's go. I love that. I'm going to do one more. Resonance. The universe is mirroring your energy. Align with your true frequency. All right. Let's do some timing for this, because I feel like obviously this seems like it's a timeless reading, but we will see. What do the cards say? What do these timing cards say about this? It says within 2 weeks. It's very timeless, within 2 weeks. I feel like this evolution, or this whole awakening process for some people here, and also other things going on for other parts of the collective, this is all kind of happening very quickly, like the wands. Like you were handed a wand, I think, like maybe yesterday, and you got given like a sword to defend your crown, and there's just like a whole lot here, like wisdom, there's emotional satisfaction, and there's like ending of karmic cycles. So like doing all this stuff is basically speeding up this ascension process for you, like really, 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 really a lot. That's actually what I'm getting right now. And I will do some alchemy cards just quickly. I love these cards so much. We have Universal Seed and Success. I feel like these solidify some sort of manifestation in your life. So if you really believe in alchemy, then these are like magic, okay? Like as much as they are literally me just drawing some symbols and putting some words on here, these to me are like magical cards, like really magical. And this one's Aries in action. So success, action. I feel like these two we have Mercury in transformation. We have Borax, grace. Borax is pretty graceful. When you put it in like to melt metal and stuff, like I think it looks cool. Like it looks really graceful with the flame. Anyway, we have Iron and courage. Courage and resilience is coming from there for me. And we'll get one more. This one, please. fiery love, passionate love, be loving unconditionally. Okay, so I've kind of loved that, and now what I want to do is we're just going to do one more card, and the card that I want to do is an Amazonian Oracle. I feel like that'd be really interesting. I'm going to read just the thoughts for reflection, so if anyone did end up getting this, then there is so much more in these books, and sometimes on like the live stream I might do it right at the end and just do one of these cards, but I'm going to do that for now. So let's get a card here, please. This one here wanted to come out. Okay, that's interesting. That's literally the one that I read last night. Amasunga, Angel of the Feminine Mystery. So I'm actually going to get a couple because I understand that it's the same energy coming through, and there we go. Mitsukasa, Angel of Peace. So I really love these two cards coming out together. The Feminine Mystery, I feel like you're stepping more into the divine feminine energy or something, like intuition, that kind of stuff, like appreciating it more. Where's the book for it? Ooh, it's under my plants. The plants look like literally alien, but anyway, like look at it. Do you see that? They look alien, but I love them. Okay, number 22 and number 15. Okay, Mitsukasa, Angel of Peace. Therefore, I feel that if more of our leaders were women, the world would be a more peaceful and understanding place. It's really interesting here. I feel like this is kind of like giving me that sense of, you know, like there's definitely like a feminine energy coming through here, right? It's giving me the sense of like, are we really going to a place where it's only woman, or is it more like divine feminine energy? I don't want to correct the Dalai Lama yet again, but it just gives me the sense, for me at least, when I read this, it doesn't seem right. It seems more like, you know, in that place of woke, because there is this like sentiment to like maybe there's common sense in this, but maybe there isn't, because it gives me like divine feminine, you know, like a divine feminine energy that has balanced out both sides would be more of a good leader. So it could be any gender, but you know what? It's fine. I do agree with this too, because I feel like that motherly energy of a female in general can be really beneficial to help healing. So I don't not agree with this, okay? But I just think there's like more depth and layers, and I'd love for all of you to go down below and let's have a discussion about specifically this, okay? And no hate, no harm done, just intellectual conversation about these cards. So I'm going to go through this one, and I just find it really interesting, actually. Like, I agree, but I do think I go down more the lines of like a divine feminine energy probably is more so a better leader, because they can like help initiate healing. So that's kind of what I would say. Obviously, I'm not the Dalai Lama, and I love the Dalai Lama. I read his book. So there's that. We all desire peace, whether it's an extended time free from conflict and war, or as an expression of love and compassion throughout the world. We need to develop personal autonomy of ethics and values. You have the necessary qualities of persistence and determination to achieve this. Always be appreciative and grateful for learning experience of letting go of situations, people, and relationships. They were there to show you who you really are. Call upon Mitsukasa for her guidance and wisdom in supporting you during your transformation. All of the standard meaning of this card applies to you. In addition, seriously look at the spiritual teachings that sages and wisdom keepers have passed down through the ages. Get sufficient rest, keep hydrated, and pay attention to your nutrition. Focus on physical exercise, go for extended walks in nature, spend time with trees, acknowledge the transformative gifts from the trees by giving and offering as reciprocal thanks to the tree. Raising your physical body and energy and power and reducing stress is the fundamental steps in developing a calm and peaceful state of mind. So it's really interesting. Like, this card is so interesting that it, like the Dalai Lama says at the beginning, but then in these thoughts for reflection, there's literally nothing about it. But it really just gives me that sense of like it's a divine feminine energy. So yeah, like, no, I'm not hating on the Dalai Lama. Really, I'm not. I just think it's like maybe it's like the way it's said. There's like a better way to say those words in conjunction with each other ones. Maybe I'm just being too technical. But anyways, I'd love to know what you think. I'm here to be challenged on things. You know, change my perception, make me understand, because this one is just like, this one card has always thrown me off a little bit just because of that one little clip at the bottom, at the top. But the rest of the whole entire rest of it, like, I agree with. So it's like kind of funny, right? I obviously don't agree with like the fact that like full on just like masculine, because if you're like not balanced at this point when it comes to divine feminine, divine masculine, then you're either like some sort of in between of like toxic, or like a weird version of like those energies, unbalanced, right? An unbalanced version of those energies. So if someone's too divine feminine and they don't have any divine masculine, then they're just in that, I don't know if call it toxic, but it's like over emotionally driven. And then if you're in the masculine side, then you're more like aggressive and like dominance, and it's like not really what you want. So when there is a balance, I feel like when there is like the duality and the balance, I feel like leaders that can be dual, whether they're men or women, I feel like are the perfect leaders. So I don't know, maybe that's my quote. I think that if you can balance the divine feminine and the divine masculine, no matter what gender you are, then you should be a leader. And because I feel like that there gives the sense of healing and understanding to a lot of things. So this next one is Amasanga, the Angel of the Feminine Mystery. It's number 15. I read this one last night on stream. I love this one so much. I love it so much. Okay, Amasanga. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. I love that. I feel like I'm just in my authentic truth at the moment, so yeah. We have feminine energy is universal and part of the tapestry of the the Commonwealth, the cosmos. The feminine energy is rhythmic unfolding, just like the opening and closing of flower petals. Rhythm is a distinguishing quality of the feminine. Contemplate the profound mystery of the great cycle of our human existence, birth, life, and death. Let it remind you that life is a sacred gift. You live without full engagement with the natural cycles of life. In our culture, the feminine principle has been diminished, even depreciated, particularly for men. Contemplate the cycles of life and your place in this. Begin by feeling at home in your body. Is it your adytum on earth? It is your adytum on earth. So like, like your body is like a temple. So you should cherish it like it's a temple. Begin by feeling at home in your body. And the earth is our primal mother. Be with her, get out of the city, into the countryside and nature. Okay, so that's coming through a lot. So get into nature, like embrace the divine feminine, no matter what gender you are. That's what I'm getting from this. And really appreciate what a mother does. Because ultimately, I feel like it's giving me such a like beautiful vibe. I feel like, a mother brings new life into the world. And, when there is an extreme good balance going on when that happens, it can bring so much light and pure joy and wondrous. And, like it's really beautiful, actually, I'm having such a profound moment. I hope you are too. Anyways, I'm going to end the reading here. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all at 8 p.m. tonight if you do come along to the readings. Remember, for anyone that would like a personal reading after my collective readings, they are $2, a gold coin donation or more. Depends on like what you feel like, and then I do readings in concession. So yeah, first and first served. I think it's kind of cool. Let's do one last card from the fairies, and it is divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. All right, and with that, I'd love to know what you think about my thoughts of the Angel of Peace here. Can females only bring peace, or can men also bring peace? Because there are some men that have tuned into their divine feminine and masculine and merged it. I'm just wondering. I really want to know what you think. And there is no negative feelings about this at all. I'm really trying to like perceive this in a way. So I'd love to know what you think. Honestly, from the deep recesses of my soul, I want to know. Okay, take care, everybody, and I'll see you in another one very shortly. See you in the live stream. Bye bye.